Gotta hear you, Mike.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Great, thank you. So, welcome back to episode 5, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm your host, Trinity, and today I am joined by William Crawford, who's a drummer. It's his sophomore year at Berklee College of Music. And just to start it off, is there anything that you want to tell us about yourself?
Well, I am a Berklee College of Music student in Boston. Just got here not too long ago in my new dorm and starting a fresh year at Berklee next Tuesday. And just having a great time in this beautiful city.
Absolutely. So, how did you get into music?
Well, I was born with parents that are musically inclined. My mom is a singer, and my dad is also like he plays in two big bands right now called Voodoo Gumbo and Bag of Donuts. He I don't know like tour. He tours around in Texas and like Mississippi and Louisiana, and just I was always inspired by him with music and everything. And he's a music teacher himself, so he really inspires me to become a musician. So just grew up with that kind of style.
Yeah, that's so wonderful that you had that foundation and that support. So, where are you originally from?
I am from a small town called Slidell, Louisiana. It is pretty south. It gets hot down there. It is very humid. I was cutting grass the majority of my job back in summer break. I was sweating bullets, and just it was not nice out there. It was pretty hot, and it rains all the time. There's hurricanes down there, and just it's a swamp state. So that's how it is.
Yeah. Was it the weather that brought you up here, or was it school as well? What brought you up to Boston?
Um, what brought me up was talent and auditioning, and got accepted to Berklee College of Music. My I remember when I was like 8 years old when I started drumming was that like someone was saying like if you could keep it up you can go to Berklee College of Music, which they say it's like the best music in the world, best music school in the world. So I really thought about doing it until like later on, like when I had to search for colleges, and I remembered like Berklee and tried out for it and got accepted. Very was very shocked and very surprised, and everybody was just very shocked that I had that much talent to go to this big music school where I am today.
Yeah, just like that, you're here.
Just like that. a lot of a lot of dedication and practice, and goes a long way.
Definitely. We were talking a little bit before the live stream had started, and you were talking a little bit about your band when you were younger. But growing up, did you have any sort of like, were you part of a band, or what was your school like? Did you have any sort of extracurricular things like that?
Well, when I started, it was like back in elementary, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do or anything. But I had a teacher named Miss Barnes. She had a class to where like she had like toy percussion instruments, and you get to play those, and you switch around and play different instruments, and you just they play like some type of music, and you just play along with it and stuff. I was like a little 6 year old, and then I remember there was a school called Clearwood Junior High that came every year for Christmas concerts. So they came to Wishburn Forest. That was my elementary school, and they play Christmas music. And I was always like inspired. I saw the band director; he was conducting and stuff, and I was like this young kid. I was just like, I really wanted to do that. I really wanted know what he's doing and stuff. And I just thought it was like fascinating, like having a wand and just doing that the whole time, and then hearing like the band sound really good. So that was like mainly why I wanted to go to Clearwood. It was right by Bushman Forest, so I went there as my junior high, and I started 5th grade. I did well, actually 4th grade. I did recorder class. We were playing the recorder, and my band director, he was the teacher there, and he was saying that if you want to try out to be in the beginner band, sign up here and stuff. So since I was a drummer, I started back in 3rd grade. I wanted to do percussion, so I signed up, and of course my dad helped me. He got me snare drum, he got me a bag for it, he got me a bell kit, like all the stuff that was required to play there. So I got that and started 5th grade beginner band, and then did it all the way until 8th grade, until I got to high school, and I was always the first chair, best drummer there, and just kept on practicing. And then high school, actually I started with high school, Subtle High School. I went to their, they welcomed the junior high to play with the high school band during football games. So I went there since 6th grade. So I knew my high school band director since 6th grade, and I got to play with the band every year. And then fast forward, went to high school, tried out for the drum line, and made it to the front ensemble, played the vibraphone, and there were crash cymbals that they play during marching band, but he wanted me to play cowbell for like the the songs for football games. So I couldn't do both at the same time while I was marching, so I marched with the cowbell. It was the first time anyone played the cowbell while marching and playing the football games. So everybody was just calling me the cowbell man, and more cowbell and stuff. I have a shirt that has that, and I got a cowbell that says more cowbell. So that was my freshman year, and then sophomore to senior year, I always wanted to play the tenor drums. So I tried out for that and got to tenor drums, and did lieutenant my junior year, captain my senior year, and that was that with high school. And actually I made it to honor band back in 8th grade, and I did honor band junior year and senior year of high school, and that's when I tried out and made it to Berkeley. And last year it went really good. First time going out to Boston, and got to experience this kind of music and the city, and now I'm back for my 2nd year. So that's how the music began to rise and stuff with me.
That's awesome. I love your story about the cowbell. That's really cool. So we have a few songs, a few videos for you to share, and we're just going to start one of them. But before that, do you have anything you want to say about this particular one?
Well, so last summer, when I went back home from May to August, I got into this band called Charlie Company. It was like the first actual band I was in, and I got to play concerts and gigs like every weekend. And my mom, my family was always supportive of seeing me, and every time my mom goes to my concerts, we allow her to come in and sing Whipping Post by the Allman Brothers. That was one of the songs we did for the concert. So this is a video of me playing the drum set, and my mom is the one singing and with this talented band. So
Oh, wonderful.
that's what I got for that.
Yep, let's give it a watch. was super fun, super awesome.
Yeah, it was a special moment every time my mom comes up. Just it's a family tradition.
So glad. I'm so glad. So now we're gonna kind of shift gears a little bit and talk about um, your musical journey and what it's like with your instrument. So, what's one of your favorite things about your instrument?
So with drums, I call it the funnest instrument to play. Goes way back to when I was 8 years old. I was a little kid, and my father, we were talking, and he was saying like, "What do you think is the funnest instrument to play as a music instrument?" And we had this jam room because my dad used to practice with bands in his house. Had the drum kit, had the guitar, the bass, and everything. So I was like, probably the most active, fun instrument to play, I thought would be drum kit. So he let me play the drum kit, and I just fell in love with it since. Like I just started playing band after band after band, and watching YouTube videos of like drum covers, and just replicating that, and just that's how it all started with drums and everything. I just thought it was like the funnest instrument to play, and just
Right.
it
Yeah,
just came a long way.
you're moving and it's active, and you get to try all kinds of different things. It sounds super fun.
Yeah, it's a workout.
What is something that you like to improve upon as a musician or just as a person?
um, Probably as a musician, knowing like get business smart when it comes to like touring. I mean, like knowing how to book gigs, and like knowing like the business aspect of like touring, and agents and like copyrights. And if I get into a big band, like I need to get the lawyer to sign everything, just the business aspect. And
Right.
also probably like recording, if I want to know, like I'm not a big fan of technology, and there's like Pro Tools and Logic and just DAWs to use to record music. So it's like that certain thing. And just as a person, just be more humble, be more socialize more. I'm not really that good at socializing. Just talk to people and get to know people to play with and everything like that. So be more sociable person.
Yeah, well, I think you're doing a great job. And definitely, that is totally so important to learn about the copyright and the business aspect. I think I'm right in the same boat with you. It's super important. Um, and here's a fun question. If you had any sort of dream artist or dream performer or just person that you look up to, if you could play with someone like that, who would it be?
I'd probably say Mike Mangini from Dream Theater. He was the professor here before he actually auditioned for Dream Theater, and he got with the band, and just like seeing his drum solos is just so like fascinating to see. And just I would love to play with him. It's awesome. It'll be awesome.
Yeah, that sounds great. Who were some of your influences, either musically or not musically? You talked about your parents earlier and this drummer, but what are some other ones?
Well, probably musically, Neil Peart from Rush. He was one of my influences. And like jazz, probably Buddy Rich, um, Carter Beauford from Dave Matthews, and grudge drummers. Probably say probably as like a non-drummer, I would say Joe Pass, jazz guitarist. I watch Alan Holdsworth YouTube videos, and then Victor Wooten. He's like part of being here, and he's one of the best players I've ever seen and everything. Mike Mangini, one of the Mike Portnoy, um, many musicians,
Yeah.
probably, and
Or
also my parents and just my family, just my band directors, all my professors here, just a lot.
yeah, that's awesome. I'm super grateful for everyone. Um, what is something that you like to do besides music? What are some of your other hobbies?
I like to play games a lot. Like Mario's like one of the best games to ever play. I got my projector back there. I shoot up like um, playing Mario. I like to watch YouTube a lot. Like when I like relax or before I go to bed, just watch YouTube. And I also like to walk a lot. Like Boston's a great city to walk around and explore. Like get used to the weather and seeing the park, seeing the people, seeing the diversity with everything, just seeing everything in one spot. And I like to work out. I like to eat. I'm also on keto diet, so less carbs. So just pretty much like that.
Nice. That's awesome. So we have a second video that's coming up now. Are there any words for that one?
It's another video clip of me playing with my band back in the summertime. So I really miss playing with them. We are really there's a few songs that we like get like very credited for, but we like specialize this song because that's when I come in with like a big moment of kind of replicating the drummer of Black Sabbath playing War Pigs and him playing his drum solos and everything, me replicating him. People say I do a better job than the actual drummer, which I fully disagree with, but it's one of the best moments I've ever played with this band. It's an awesome video.
Cool. Let's listen to it. All right. I was really getting into the groove with that one. That was awesome.
Yeah, it's a very big moment and everything. I'm a big headbanger. I'm a rock and metalhead and everything. Just going all at it and everything.
That's great. So let's talk about some of your students. What does a typical like 30-minute lesson or an hour lesson look like?
Well, I was not really a big experience, but I had like one student that's like a just very beginner, very low level drummer. Like he showed me his camera. He had like a snare and a floor tom, and he was just telling me he wanted to get back to playing drums. He said like one time he played like electric drum set at like Guitar Center and stuff, and just it really interested him. So I was saying like, well, you gotta get more cymbals and like get like an actual drum kit to start playing, and probably just like you don't really need like a full drum kit. Like there's a song called "We Will Rock You" by Queen, to where you just hit the floor tom and you hit the snare. That's it. You don't need any cymbals or anything like that. So that's like a big pretty much what I'm saying is that you can work with whatever you have, and you just figure out like what that person has, and you just go along with that. And sometimes with like I save like what to give him on my phone. Like I save pictures so that way if there's any other drummers that recommend the same thing, I just grab the picture and send it to them. That's what I like about online lessons, is that you just goes by quick and everything.
Yeah, that's great. And I love that you brought up the lesson about not everyone, needs to have the same thing. I think that's a cool thing about drums, drum lessons in particular, and like voice lessons. It's like you really just come as you are. And I think that's the great thing about all the lessons is that each teacher, they can meet you right where you are. It's so important. So that's really great. What kind of stuff do you guys work on? Do you like pick a song and work on it, or do you do some theory first, or what does that look like?
Well, my son a few stuff like I said, we'll just work on a song, "We Will Rock You" by Queen. Um, just any beginner songs. Also like tell him like any like YouTube links, like it if you want to play this song, there's several videos of like drum covers of that song, or if you want to play the like a live video or video and stuff, because that's what I did when I started playing drums. I didn't really like drum lessons at first because I was younger, but I love watching YouTube and watch drum covers of them playing the song, and it's a very good thing to like wrap around your head to replicate it on the drums you have and everything. So there's songs, I say like rudiments. There's the main thing about drums is rudiments, and I have like 2 pages of rudiments you can do. Like if you like starting drums, you do like a single stroke roll or double stroke roll. If you want to go full advanced, so usually like so those 2 pages of paper that I give to them of all the rudiments, I can go from beginner to very advanced. It's like a very wide variety of like levels of rudiments they can play. And like I tell them, like when I start get onto the drum kit, I go to the rudiments first, and when I play the rudiments cleanly, it usually helps with my chops playing the drums and everything. So those are like a few things that I give to them and everything. So.
Yeah. Are rudiments just like practices and drills, sort of like that?
Yeah, it's kind of like a warm up to your like when you get better chops, or like if you want to do a better flow in drumming. It's like a warm up thing. A lot of marching drummers, they use rudiments, and that's like one of the hardest things you can do as a drummer. It's like harder than like doing a rock beat or stuff like that. Like with drum set, you use your feet and you use your hands, and like a lot of beginner drummers tell me like it's hard to like separate your feet with your hands, and so it's like a few things with like it's just practice and everything.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when you show me when I show you playing the drums and everything, you dissect to each part of the drum beat and everything. Just you separate it, then you always start slow, then you gradually go up to speed and everything.
Nice. That's awesome. As far as your students, what are some things that you tell them to like inspire them to practice if they're struggling?
Probably say like just struggling to practice. You just start slow with the always use the metronome, and you start slow. Or if you want to go on YouTube, if you want to like slow the video down, and you dissect the part,
Yeah.
just make it easier and everything. And if you want to play like your favorite song, look up like drum covers and like and also slow the video down to make it easier on yourself to play. So
So you said earlier that you do online lessons. Do you also do in-person lessons too?
um not really lessons, but like I probably would say like back in high school, like if there's any drummers that need help with like doing this part on the show, and I like I've mastered that part, so I help them out. So I'm like a drum tutor and stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess that was like my in-person experience with drummers and stuff.
Yeah, that's really cool. What opportunities do you want to give your students beyond just teaching them the drums?
What was that question again?
So what opportunities do you want to give your students beyond playing the drums?
I would say just beyond playing the drums, like focus on yourself, treat your body right, eat healthy, exercise. If you're like if you're feeling down or anything, like talk to someone, talk to a counselor. If you want to talk to a friend or something about it. If you're like if you want to find something, like go to a park. Like my stepmother, she was always like she was home all the time because she couldn't drive yet. And I'm not like where I was from, like the city, everything's like far distant to where you have to drive in the city. You don't like walk in a city where I am now, like Boston. So she's always stuck at home doing nothing and depressed all the time. So, but she finally got to drive with her driving courses, and she's on her way to getting her license, and she's 35. So it took her 35 years to control her anxiety for her to actually drive and everything. And I just think driving is just it's a very big thing to like go out to the world and adventure and find something to do. And like I said, with like what I struggle is to socialize, and there's people in the world that can help you with like that can relate to your problems, and just you can always find help and everything. Even Berkeley provides counseling if you're struggling with your mental health issues, and if you're always stressful, take a break. So drink some water, eat some food, get set up a plan for what you want to do during the day, instead of like going at it like all at once and everything. Just organize your plans and everything.
Yeah, I love that you brought that to the table. That's so super important. And it's really great that there's resources everywhere, and that's just really wonderful. So in your opinion, if you were to teach anything different from music, how do you think that would be different?
Different than music. I probably still have the same teaching style, just different things. Like if I teach Football, probably more active, like helping them out, throwing a football and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you can teach, like, if you teach online, you teach more, like, you tell them what to do and you show them, like, the actions and stuff, but you don't really, like, do stuff with the person and stuff. So it kind of depends. Like, with sports, is more active thing to do, and music, it's different things. Like, theory is different than doing Pro Tools. Music business is different than doing arranging and stuff like that. So it's all different things, and you do different stuff with that.
Right. And just to remind us, what is your major in at Berkeley this year?
My major is professional music, which is basically like it's focused mainly on performance, which is like just focusing on your drum set. But professional music is more variety. Like, you can choose, like, you can work with, like, whatever ones you're comfortable with. It's more at ease on what you do. So it's more like everything at once. So it's more freely.
Yeah, sounds like you have more flexibility to kind of take the things that you think you'll use, which is really good. What brought you to Lily Theater Company? What brought you here?
Well, there's a few employees here that goes to Berkeley, but there's this the CEO. Her name is Dar Lilly. Um, she There was a table. I used to live at 160 Massachusetts Avenue. I live in 150 this year, but I lived at 160 last year, and Dar was there. She was she was giving out, like, flyers of the company, and I always wanted to do drum lessons, like, during the summer, and I found her, and I was like, wow, it's like God giving me, like, something that I wanted. So I went there and talked to her about it, and she was like, oh, it's this company to where you teach your students from around the world, and whoever who's, like, special, or pretty much you can teach a wide variety of students, and you can connect to them, kind of like Berkeley, just like online, with people around the world that doesn't have access to, like, flying to this building and, like, do that stuff. So it's a very helpful, I think Lily Theater Company is a very helpful thing with people that want to do what they want to do, but at their own home, just using like a smartphone and stuff. So I just thought that was pretty cool. So I was like, sign me up, and make has a good I think it's like 30 half an hour and 60 for an hour, and I was like, wow, this is good and stuff. And I just always wanted to teach and everything, and I found that, and I was like, boop, jackpot.
Yeah, perfect. That's wonderful. It seems like a lot of people have met Dar through her table that she set up at Berkeley. So that's a really good idea. Maybe we can do more of those. That's really wonderful. What do you think is your greatest accomplishment so far? It can be at school, or it could just be throughout your life.
I probably would just say just sit in with bands and just gradually like, I always wanted to be in a band and doing gigs, and, like, probably just past summer, just like, there were two big things that I want to do. I want to teach, and I got to this company, and also, like, I sat in with bands, and I wanted to, like, be discovered. Well, that's what I'm going to Berkeley for, is to, like, go touring with big bands and just tour around the world. And of course, this band, the singer hired me out to be in this band, Charlie Company, that I was in during the summer. And I was just so excited because I've been wanting to do this for a long time, just playing the band with gigs. Doesn't matter where, just, like, get the full experience of, like, loading out and playing with the people you love. And and yeah, make the money, but just do what you want to do and everything. And I had that experience to have entertain people, and they have great reactions to us playing. And also, like, with Up Here, I'm in like another band that we're like about to do gigs and everything up here. So just gradually getting up there and just playing with bands, and that's what I live to do.
Oh, good. That's so wonderful. I'm so glad you got to do all those things. Is there any sort of closing remark or anything you want to say? We're getting ready to play your third song, so is there anything you want to say about that one?
So, yes, well, I had two roommates last year. I had two this year, but we had very great experiences together, and we wrote songs together. But like with this song especially, I had a blues project in arranging one, which I took last semester. And of course I had Adam, my other roommate. He had a great blues singing, so he sang. I asked him if he wanted to do that for my song that I wrote. I wrote the lyrics, and I had to figure out Finale out, which is like a note app where you just fill out a whole score, like with scores you use for orchestras and stuff. I had to fill all that out, and I had all the background instruments in a DAW, and Adam sang the song. And of course my other roommate Zach, I call him the shredderific guitarist, just shreds all the time and everything. And you can hear that in the song, just him shredding and doing his guitar solos and everything. But I thought it came out great, and I had a great grade for that project, so
Oh, that's epic.
it's a pretty fun song.
Before we roll into the video, this is going to be our closing right after, but I just wanted to thank you so much for coming on, and also anyone, if you are interested in seeing the next episode, it'll be episode 6. We'll be interviewing Fosco, and thank you for watching. Please make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you like these, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much, William.
Thank you so much for having me.
Before God, tell me why my feet have to be so numb. I say, why do my feet have to be so incredibly numb? So now I have frostbite, now I feel so dumb. walking down them empty roads of Boston. I tell you again, I was crawling with my hands in Boston. Boy, there was so much snow. Wait, is there a thing called grass?